Hey y'all, since I'm still here, I just washed up the hog. She looks really nice. I did just list it for sale, just see if we get any bites. I'm not committed to selling it, but I'm not committed to keeping it either. Since I'm here, I do want to wash up the Dark Horse. Now I have been enjoying this car quite a bit over the last few weeks, and she's gotten pretty dirty, so I thought we should clean her up today. I'll film it for you guys. I got my buckets ready. I'm actually going to do the wheels and tires as well because, as you saw in the other video, this car is pretty dirty. You can tell by looking at the wheels. It's been through the rain. Had some bird droppings land on her. I actually had this piece of PPF replaced because it was peeling right here, so they did that for me, and they replaced my film on the passenger side. As you can see, she's a dirty girl. I've been liking this car a lot. It's a very fun car to drive. Sounds good, feels good, rides good. You just see it's gotten some use over the last couple weeks. So today we're gonna clean her up. Oh, I almost fell back. See how well this coating works on these wheels. So these are coated with, what is it, graphene ceramic spray coating. Let's see if it just caked. See how we clean up just one. Okay. That's why it makes sense to coat your wheels.
Yeah. I do try to want it.
Too tired, brother. That's it. Show years ago, Lost, totally forgot about it, started over, and I remember that it ended very poorly though. Here we go. Okay, there's another one done. There's not a whole lot that I can think of, and by a whole lot I mean there isn't a damn thing I can think of that I don't like about this car. Drives great, it's got a healthy amount of power, and it's really quite comfortable for everyday use. Sucks about Minnesota is that we only really get 6 to maybe 7 or 8 if we're lucky months to drive, you know, one of these sports cars here, and this guy I think would do just fine in the wintertime, although we have other vehicles that'll do the job for us. But otherwise this could be a potentially daily driver year round for me. Cleans up nice too. I had to get a little bit more detailed on the wipe down here, but I did some graphene CS3 as I dried it, just to give it that quick top layer of protection. Inside stays nice and clean. It's just me and the dogs that go in here, and I put these dog beds and a towel down right over there. Bring them to work with me every day. Look at that. When Shelby announced their Super Snake for this generation, the S650, of course I had to inquire about it, and I've been talking with this guy named Ron, who's in the Midwest. I think he's a sales manager for the Midwest. Talking with him, I got Minnesota the only, I guess, approved, from what I know, only approved Shelby distributor or reseller in the whole state. A couple local deals for me, and plus the dealership that I bought both this guy and the GT500 from Mills Ford in Wilmer, Minnesota. So I'm in talks with them about ordering a 2025 Super Snake, because all the 2024s are pre-sold, I guess. Shelby's having a hard time, or Ford's having a hard time getting the 5.0 motors and to keep up with demand, I guess. So anyway, talking with Shelby about potentially building a 2025 Super Snake, and I got a good build set up. It's like iconic silver, black stripes, bronze wheels. I think it'll be pretty sharp, so stay tuned for that. But for now, let's get this guy put away, and then we'll wrap this video up. I wish it had power and memory seats. And I mentioned earlier when I had the clear wrap touched up and the tint replaced just this last week, the guys, even though they only had to move it like 30 feet, pulled my chair all the way back and leaned it back as if they were gonna just take it for a cruise or something, but they didn't. But why would you have to adjust my seat just to pull it into the garage? If I had memory seats, that would not be a concern. That's about it. That's all I can think of that I don't care for the car. And with that Super Snake, I would probably option out, this has the Recaro seats, I would probably option out just those, I guess it'd be the sporty, I think they're called sport seats, for the power and memory. From what I understand, Shelby ends up ripping half that stuff out of there anyway, so it'd be basically like the Magnum-Ride, active valve exhaust, and just those seats would be the only options I can really think of. Got a lot of cars done today. I'm gonna drive the M4, I think, for a little bit. I do have an appointment on Tuesday for the Aston Martin Vanquish. This is going to be its first service it's ever gotten in the 6 years that we've owned this car. We bought this new 2018. It's an 18 Vanquish S, and it's only got like 700 miles on it. A lot of these cars don't have a whole ton of miles on them, but you still need to do this preventative maintenance stuff, such as oil changes, updates, whatever the case may be. So that's set to be serviced this week. They're gonna give me a loaner car, maybe have some fun with the Continental or something. Maybe they'll give me something cool, Bentley. Update on the, I don't know if I told you guys this actually. I'll tell you now, the benefit of watching these videos till the end. I did order a 2025 Aston Martin Vantage, and it's optioned out very tastefully, but very well too. The dealership I bought it from is the same one I bought that silver Vantage, if you remember that. And they gave me a huge discount. They're throwing in free delivery. I wish my local dealerships treated me as good as some of these out-of-state dealerships do. So stay tuned for that. That should be coming in December, probably January if I had to guess. And I got my feelers on another vehicle that I may have hinted at in the previous video. Also this week we should be getting the, I think it's just the 78 80 pace car back, so we'll get that added to the collection. When we do that, we're gonna be swapping some of these cars. The ZL1 has two very minor, I'll just show you, two very minor cosmetic flaws that bug me. They're gonna be able to correct these in a matter of like a day or two. See, it's way in there. See that little black speck? There's that, and there's a little tiny prick under rear spoiler back there. And what else? My Z06, I don't know how this happened. There's a very minor crack right there, so we'll have to fix that. I have to re-wrap the door. My dad's Z06, I think this is from the car cover, but there's a black strip, a black liner here just from it rubbing, and then this must have happened during delivery or something. There's a mark, is it back here? Here it is. On here, so we're just gonna get this whole rear bumper, I don't know if it's gonna get all redone or just touched up. And over here we got my C5 that I got in, and there's a little chip on the driver's side headlight cover, on the driver's side mirror. I think it's the passenger side rear fender. There's a little mark, and then I also got a replacement aftermarket top because I don't care for, see if you can see this, like the Hummer. See that bluish color up there? See, like right there? You can see through, so you can see the light actually. There you go. See that? I don't like the way that looks, so I got an aftermarket. It's supposed to be OEM equivalent, but a replacement top. I'm gonna get that painted silver to match, so it'll have a nice silver line to it. And then this guy needs to get some paint touch-up done. This happened during transportation, so let's get this repainted. Hopefully that's easy. And then I want to get this entire front nose redone because it looks nasty. There's some scrape marks on it, and everything else should be pretty good. Maybe just polish it out. And the fenders look okay. They're nice and clean. I'm gonna do this not with these guys, but my garage door opener decided to freak out on me the other day, and it shut on my wife's Jeep Wagoneer tailgate. Just kept on shutting for about half an hour. Come home and find this huge nasty scratch in there, so that'll be another repair that's needed. Alright guys, well I'm gonna end this video here. As always, I do appreciate you watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Thanks.